Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're just going to see the Nifty and Banknifty levels and how the market can move next week. This is the daily chart of Banknifty. We'll be seeing the levels in different time frames. In the daily chart, what has happened is we got selling from this double top and we got a nice selling, and here we are kind of sideways. It is kind of looking like probably we are a little bit of sideways here, and once this breaks we could get further selling until this level of 43,600. Our whole view so far, if people who are watching my videos from quite some time, is we are making this type of A, B, C. We could hit this level of somewhere close to this low. We could come, that is around 43,700 to 600. That is our overall view now. Just seeing how we can trade this in a lower time frame. See, this is a nice big bearish red candle, no doubt about it. We have a inside candle. The simple logic would be, if the market movement will come if we kind of break this type of a consolidation over here. If we break down, we could come closer to 43,800 or so. This is the 15-minute chart where I have the levels marked. See, there is this black trend line which is important, right? If on this hourly chart, if you see this black trend line that I've put, this is pretty important. So I'm expecting a little bit of selling pressure or a short move if this black trend line breaks and this low of 44,200 breaks. So basically, this black trend line and this 44,200 breaks, we could come all the way until 43,860 to 43,800 level, about 100 points. Sorry, from if this level breaks, about 400 points down move. Right now, whether that will come or not, we'll have to wait and see in the live market. But this black trend line is something that we'll have to watch out for, and this support of 43,200, because previously we have got a pretty nice buying from here. Again, recently also we got a bounce, and if you see the overall structure of this bounce, right, see, we are making a high, a lower low, lower low, lower high. We came and made a almost lower here. So in case we break this, we could be making a new lower low, and that could be somewhere close to 43,800 level is what I'm expecting. And if somebody is looking at, say, now this could be like a double bottom and we could go up, probably even that can happen, right? Nobody in the world can predict what exactly is going to happen. All that we can do is plan. If we get some kind of a closing above this level, like a strong closing, if not in a single day, after 1 or 2 days, if we get a strong closing above this level of 44,900, then we could come higher to fill this gap over here, 43,150 to 300, 400 level, and even go higher. So in case we sustain above this level, right, above this 44,930, if we start trading above it, only then I would want to be bullish. And otherwise, everything looks like we could be heading down. If we break this 44,200, we could take, whether even this level will break, that we'll have to wait and see. But for now, this is a very good support, that is 43,000, around 43,095 to 43,820. And obviously we have this recent low of 43,600, that is if this breaks. But our overall view is we could go down. And just putting on the CPR, as most of my trading depends on the CPR. This yellow line is nothing but there is a virgin CPR over here at about on 21st August. That is why this yellow line is marked, where in case we come down, we could take some kind of a intraday support here. See, we have a narrow CPR after a wide CPR, which is indicating a little bit of a trendy move. See, it all depends on how the market reacts. Now, the following thing is just for tomorrow, how I would like to trade if we get a pretty flat opening, right, or a gap down. As of now, the US futures are down all through the morning. It was up, and the US market has come down. So is the European market. Let's just see how the global market, our SGX Nifty is showing minus 94. Yeah, it's kind of the same. So in case we get a gap down, we'll see the three scenarios: gap up, gap down. In case we get a gap down, right, I don't think we will get such a big gap down, but we'll never know. Wherever we get a gap down, wait for some kind of a pullback and see how the open interest is playing out. Most likely I would like to trade if we get some kind of a reversal from the CPR, say get a gap down, get a pullback from until the CPR and reverse on the downside. In case the CPR breaks, probably trade until 47,000 or 44,700, and in case if this R1 breaks, we'll try to scalp on the upside. Now the important places to watch out for is the CPR level of 44,560. This is where can be pretty important, and this level of 44,200. In case we get a strong closing, maybe even tomorrow itself, don't know, or day after tomorrow, we could get a huge selling. So these are the levels that I will watch out for. Tomorrow we'll have the monthly and the weekly CPR. We'll have to watch out for that as well. And this is it for Bank Nifty. And the ideal scenario would be if we get a small gap down, wait for some kind of a pullback until the CPR and try and short here with the CPR level as stop loss on the downside. If the CPR breaks, then try trading on the upside. But if you get a huge gap up or a huge gap down, say if we gap down itself below this level, that is somewhere closer to this S1, then we will have to wait on intraday basis for some kind of a pullback and then see if we can short. Now I've just put on the EMAs. See, so far we are still below the 200 EMA. No doubt we have got a couple of good trades on the upside, but for now we have perfectly rejected this pink line is the 200 EMA, red is 20, blue is 50. We're still below the 200 EMA, right? So anytime we come closer to this 200 EMA, as long as we cross it, it's a good opportunity for selling. And if I just go to an hourly chart with the EMAs now, just to see how the EMAs also plays out, we are still below the 50 EMA, and if we get a closing below the 20 EMA on hourly chart, further down move is expected. So overall our view is bearish, and we did see a couple of scenarios where we can short and where we can buy. See, when I say wait for some kind of a pullback, is something like this, right? Say you get a gap down or something, wait for some kind of a retest towards the 20 MA and look for scalping this way as long as we are below 20 MA, and you will know when it is not going to work. Now for example, over here we got this nice pull on the downside, right? Even though we got a bounce from the support, if somebody had expected that we will short here and the next green candle you see closing above the 20 MA and a strong green candle just close that trade, most likely that is not going to work. So wait for some kind of a pullback closer to the 20 MA and then we can short further even tomorrow if we get a big gap down. Now the same thing even with Nifty. I'll just go to the Nifty chart on 1 hour time frame. So Nifty perfectly has been rejecting this trend line twice. It has rejected. So in case we come closer to this 17th, on this day we made a high of 19,730. In case we come closer to the 740, it's a good opportunity to short with lower level target as 19,500 and 19,430. If this breaks, we will have some kind of a further, if this level breaks, right, we will have further down move until this level, where previously also we have made this double bottom and bounce, that is 19,200. So definitely the view is bearish, especially after today in the morning. The US market is continuous fun, or maybe some news based move because suddenly it dipped 50 points. See, in the morning, all through the morning it was plus 200, right? If I just pull up the US market chart, the view is, my personal view is on the bearish side, but I'm just hoping we don't get a very big gap down so that it becomes a non-tradable day. See, all through morning the futures, this is the US futures, Dow Jones 30, all through the morning it was in plus 200, probably because of this gap up, and all through our morning session where I was tracking the US market, it was in plus, right? It was in plus 200 or so, and suddenly now when the market has opened, it has given up everything. Now if I just look at the daily structure, it is somewhat similar to The past few days is somewhat similar to our Nifty and Bank Nifty, where we have consolidated in this range and looks like we're breaking down from this range, where we could come closer to this level of 32,700 also. Not today, I mean like the next week. So when the global market is bearish, so this is what we'll have to watch out for. But our levels are pretty clear, right? We're not just going to blindly short and look for a buying put just because the global market is bearish. We will wait for certain level to break. If this trend line and this 44,200 breaks, probably will come closer to this, and if we get a strong closing above 44,930, then we will see some move on the upside. That's it from me, and hope at least some of these levels help. Thank you.